Hi friend, thank you for returning to my channel. Zoey Klein and her covert boyfriend Logan are the stars of the little couple. At last, Zoey Klein became pregnant using the DNA of her boyfriend Logan. And Zoey say they're expecting a kid. However, during the medical examinations, it was found. Joya was devastated to learn that the child she was carrying had died. Lastly, the official celebration of Zoey Klein and Logan's marriage is scheduled for December 15, 2025. We must begin from the beginning in order to comprehend Zoey's love story. On November 13, 2008, Zoey Klein was born in Houston, Texas, Bill and Jennifer Klein's second child. The family became well-known thanks to TLC's The Little Couple, which chronicled their lives as young parents of two adopted children, Zoey and Lil from China. From India. Growing up on film, Zoey won people over with her charm and vivacity. When the family went to Disney World in Season 2, she was only 2 years old. She was excited to meet Mickey Mouse but anxious about the rides. She was once referred to by Jennifer as our little firecracker, which perfectly captured Zoey's essence. Being famous wasn't always simple. She had to deal with the stress of celebrity, bullying, and medical issues related to skeletal dysplasia. But under her parents' tutelage, she became resilient and self-sufficient. By the age of 10, Zoey was already writing about adapted fashion and fighting for the rights of tiny people. At 16, Zoey has developed into a self-assured young lady who aspires to work as a child psychologist. Standing 4 feet tall, she still exudes the same kind of smile and blend of sweetness and sass that won over viewers years ago. Behind the scenes, however, Zoey was learning something new. Love. Not just any love, either. A hidden one that will forever alter her existence. Let's spill the tea, all right. Who is Logan? And how did the brief romance start? Logan Ramirez entered Zoey's life in the summer of 2023 while she was a junior at a Houston-based special education high school for adolescents with impairments, according to many family members. Logan, who was 17 years old at the time, is a tall, athletic man who stands 6 feet tall, has Mexican-American ancestry, loves soccer, and has a big heart. He's not from the world of reality TV. He comes from a typical middle-class family and studies graphic design online, working at a nearby coffee shop on a part-time basis. Why did they come together? Psychology and art studies were taken together. With her imaginative drawings of inclusive playgrounds, Zoey consistently stole the show in group work. Logan, who is quiet but gifted, was struck by her self-assurance. It seemed as though the energy changed as Zoey entered the room. I was pulled primarily by a mutual friend. The fact that she was the only small person didn't bother her. It belonged to her. Logan's gaze would not go away. It wasn't a glamorous first date. It was time for studying. Although sparks flew, it was in the school library. Their shared love of movies, aspirations to travel, and the challenges of growing up differently brought them together. Logan, who lost his father to cancer when he was 12, had a unique perspective on Zoey's weaknesses. They were formally dating but keeping it a secret by October 2023. Why the secrecy? After years of being in the spotlight, Zoey's parents were watchful and wanted to be sure Logan was real. Additionally, any hint of romance could become tabloid material because admirers of the little couple are still enamored. Houston is experiencing a cool fall evening. Wearing her favorite baggy hoodie and size-appropriate jeans, Zoey slips out of her family's roomy, easily accessible suburban home. Zoey is left with a babysitter while Bill and Jennifer attend a Little People of America charity event. Despite her age of 15, she maintains that she is too young for that. Her cell buzzes. Come to the park with me. I have some surprises. Logan is here. Heart pounding. Zoey rides her personalized scooter to the green space nearby, area where Logan waits while holding her favorite chocolate-covered strawberries, a picnic blanket, and fairy lights hanging from a tree. Logan subsequently admitted in a secret message that somehow made its way to us that he wanted our first actual date to be memorable. I wanted to let Zoey know that she is my world and that she deserves everything. They shared secrets and conversed for hours under the sky. Zoey talked candidly about how lonely it is to be the TV kid and how people can occasionally stare at you or ask intrusive questions. Logan talked about his loss and how soccer helped him cope. Bye. Their first kiss took place at the conclusion of the night. Sweet, tentative, and promising, the concealment grew more intense from then. No family introductions or social media posts as of yet. Rather, they created messages and code names. Sparkle was Zoey. Shadow was Logan. Their dates included quiet outings, walks and secret trails, movie evenings at Logan's place when his mother wasn't home, or even online get-togethers during school lockdowns. But things heated up as winter drew near. Put the dates of the room here. Those clothes. Private times that were the subject of rumors among their group in Zoey's bedroom. The room dates, admirers. You've undoubtedly heard rumors if you've been reading through Reddit threads or TikTok hypotheses, but we're here to correct the record with information directly from the source. The Klein's room serves as Zoey's haven. It has a comfortable bed with lots of cushions, fairy lights, and images of great women like Emma Watson and Malala. It is wheelchair accessible. It's the one location, away from the cameras that used to record every aspect of their lives, where she feels totally herself. The first date of the room was November 18th, 2023, the weekend of Zoey's 15th birthday. After dark, with his heart thumping like a drum, Logan crept in through the back entrance. Bill and Jennifer were unaware, sleeping upstairs. They watched All the Boys I've Loved in the Past on her laptop while snuggled under blankets in the evening. It was enchanted. The following day, Zoey reportedly gushed to a best friend. Logan gave me a sense of normal, as in size was irrelevant. It was their first genuine embrace. Whispers of "I love you" hung in the air as hands clasped together. Even Zoey's older brother Will, who was away at college, was unaware. When the family believed Zoey was studying or video chatting with friends, these room dates turned into a Friday routine. To escape suspicion, Logan would park a block away and enter via Uber. They turn down the lights, play soothing tunes from a playlist Logan made, ponder about Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran, and lose themselves in dialogue. They turned their floral arguments into filthy kisses and laughing as they prepared cookies in her tiny kitchenette one December evening. It wasn't all romance, though, as Logan surprised her again in January 2024 with a handwritten scrapbook of their moments, ticket stubs from covert events, pressed flowers from the park, and notes that read, "You're my everything." There were difficulties. Logan's height complicated easy situations. Reaching up on high shelves for snacks or snuggling without being weird. Angles. Zoey's dwarfism was a concern. What happens if he grows weary of the stairs? Excerpts from her diary, which she confided in, have gone viral online. Ever the advocate, Logan would comfort her. "What makes you unique is your height. I adore every single part of you." Pure, intense, and incredibly genuine, their love created a connection that would eventually result in news that would change their lives. The room dates changed throughout the months from casual get-togethers to more meaningful emotional bonds. February's picture. 14. Valentine's Day, 2024. Logan took a chance by scaling Zoey's window to get around the front door. He delivered a letter explaining why Zoey was his soulmate, roses, and a heart-shaped necklace with the words "forever" etched on it. They talked for hours about their future plans, including going to college together, possibly at the University of Texas, visiting Europe, and eventually raising a family. Whispering, "I never thought I'd find someone who sees me for me," Zoey said. That evening, they shared their very first private moment. Dreams entwining like fingers, holding each other close without breaching any boundaries. According to insiders, Zoey used these dates as a way to escape the demands of celebrity. Although the brief romance was over, paparazzi continued to follow. In March 2024, there was one near miss. A tabloid was alerted by a neighbor who saw Logan's vehicle. Zoey and Logan simply became more cunning when the clients entered lockdown mode. For coordination, they would use walkie-talkies, or Logan would dress up in caps, disguises, sunglasses, reminiscent of a teenage spy film. Their love developed through it all. In order to become a better spouse, Logan began participating electronically in Zoey's treatment sessions and studying about achondroplasia. From the stands incognito, Zoey supported his soccer matches. Although it was a secret world, it was one based on tenderness and trust. However, secrets tend to come to light, particularly when biology is involved. Okay, viewers, hit the like button if you're enjoying this thus far. The juicy portion is right around the corner. Following those. During sultry room dates, Zoey Klein's life took an unexpected turn. Pregnancy. However, how did it occur? Was it prearranged? What was Logan's response? Keep an eye out. Next up is the complete timeline. It was a typical Wednesday morning on April 10th, 2024. In her chamber, Zoey awoke. There is still a faint twinkle of the fairy lights from the date with Logan last night. For weeks, she had been feeling strange. Non-set in the mornings, a peculiar sensitivity, and a weariness that even her normal vitality couldn't overcome. She initially attributed it to stress. The secret of her connection was a burden, and finals were approaching. However, worry struck when her period arrived 2 weeks later than expected. Zoey confided in her best friend Mia at a nearby mall that afternoon after school. She stumbled as she bought a pregnancy test from a pharmacy, her hands shaking. "I think I might be pregnant." It was in a restroom stall they had sneaked into. Positive are 2 pink lines. Zoey's entire world whirled. The risks were enormous for a 15-year-old with dwarfism. Issues such as preterm labor, gestational diabetes, and regarding the health of the infant because of her condition. But in that instant, a glimmer of excitement blended with terror. Logan's baby was this one. Their child. She sent Logan a text right away. "We must now speak." That night, he hurried over and, as usual, slipped into her room. With tears in her eyes, Zoey showed him the test. Logan's expression turned pallid before softening into a smile. He muttered, "We're having a baby," and while taking note of her size, he gently embraced her. Together, they sobbed in a mixture of exhilaration and fear. "Zoey, you are loved. We'll work it out," he pledged. They decided on their next course of action that evening in the silence of her chamber, where they had seen other covert dates. Zoey gathered her confidence the following day, April 11th, and said, "No more hiding. It was time to tell the family." In the living room, Bill and Jennifer were talking about Will's visit to college. Logan cautiously followed Zoey as she wheeled in, marking his first formal entrance into the Klein residence. She exclaimed, "Mom, Dad, I'm pregnant." "Quiet." Jennifer's eyes then grew wide. The face of a shock mask. These, however, are the Kleins. A family built on fortitude. Hugs ensued. People started asking questions. Who is the father? Logan came forward and gave his name. "I'm here, sir. I adore your daughter." What would have been a catastrophe became assistance. Jennifer, a mother who managed her own pregnancy with dwarfism, made doctor's appointments right away. Bill interrogated Logan in a fair but protective manner. "Are you able to take charge? Now this is the real world." Logan nodded and promised to be present for all. Step. At first, the family kept it quiet, but word got out through a medical visit. Whisperers began to appear on fan sites by May 2024. Is Zoey Klein expecting a child? The pregnancy journey is more than just a headline, so let's discuss it. It demonstrates Zoey's strength. DNA testing in early May confirmed it. Zoey has a girl on the way. December 2024. Doom. At Texas Children's Hospital, which specializes in high-risk pregnancies for small children, doctors kept a careful eye on her. Zoey put on weight in a healthy way, used ginger tea to combat morning sickness, and even wrote an anonymous blog post about it. While having dwarfism during pregnancy can be frightening, it can also be powerful. My child is evidence that love overcomes all obstacles. Logan was a rock. At each scan, he held Zoey's hand while they watched the steady, powerful heartbeat of their daughter. In private, they gave her the name Luna. Family dynamics also changed following the moon that saw their first date. During summer vacation, Will took on the role of the protective uncle, taunting Logan but eventually embracing him. Bill and Jennifer gave advice based on their own love journey. Jennifer stated, "We were young once," on a family video that was ultimately made public. Public response to the statement, "Love doesn't care about size or age, it just is," was divided. Fans went crazy when the news was revealed in June 2024 in a teaser for a possible reunion show on TLC. Support was overwhelming, with the hashtag #ZoeyStrong trending globally on social media. However, age and body shaming were attacked by trolls. Zoey responded with a passionate Instagram clap post. "I'm proud to be 15 years old and pregnant. Luna is our miracle, and Logan is my partner. We're creating a family, so feel free to pass judgment." Millions of people liked it, converting doubters into believers. It stopped my heart when Zoey informed us. However, it brought back memories of Bill and me to see her glowing while holding Logan's hand. Throughout our lives, we were judged. Not only is Zoey's pregnancy unconventional, but so are we. Logan is a decent youngster. The DNA test, hard effort, and respect. It validated our pre-existing knowledge. Within our hearts, they are intended to be. At first, I was indignant. Logan stood up when my young girl became pregnant at the age of 15. In order to support Zoey and concentrate on his studies, he quit his part-time employment. It was later when the wedding conversation began. However, pregnancy made us mature quickly. We're all in this together, and Zoey is expecting in December. Learning about the baby changed my life. He is quite courageous, managing the public eye and doctor's appointments. DNA was really a formality. I recognized it as mine. Our dates in the room were unique, but this will always be there. I'm really excited to wed her and have Luna as my child. The summer of 2024 flew by. Logan's room dates changed as a result. They would now lie together while watching prenatal yoga videos on the laptop and using baby bump pillows. Logan reads aloud from parenting books. Zoey is dreaming about nursery themes that are affordable for their family and feature pastel pinks and blues. There were difficulties. Zoey's back hurts from carrying so much weight. Logan's fear of being a father, but they supported one another. A single poignant moment. Logan carried Zoey to a chilly splash area during a July heat wave. They splashed like children, their laughter resonating. By August, it was impossible to keep Zoey's tummy a secret. Headlines were fueled by paparazzi taking pictures outside the hospital. Teen mom-to-be and little couple star. A one-time special was announced by Ted C. In November, Zoey's Journey, Love, and New Life will premiere. Through live streaming, fans virtually watched and sent gifts, bespoke cribs, and tiny onesies. In September, Logan made an informal proposal during a ring he had been saving for months for a particular date anniversary on one knee. With tears in her eyes, Zoey murmured, "Marry me, Sparkle." However, the formal wedding was still months away. The infant comes first. Zoey went into labor on December 5, 2024, 5 days prior of her due date. It was intense. Her pelvic size necessitated an emergency C-section after 18 hours of contractions. With Bill and Jennifer at his side, Logan roamed the hallways. Luna Ramirez Klein, 6 pounds 2 ounces, and healthy, was born at 3:47 a.m. with Logan's smile and Zoey's eyes. Absence of dwarfism, a ideal combination. Prenatal paternity had been established by the DNA, but holding her cemented the deal. Zoey muttered, tired yet thrilled, "She's ours." The birth of Luna caused a media frenzy. Leaked hospital images showed Zoey smiling while holding her daughter Logan. The admirers celebrated the expansion of the little couple's family. The tale doesn't stop there, though. With a kid on the way, Zoey and Logan focused on the future. The wedding is scheduled for December 15, 2025, precisely 1 year after Luna's conception, and the planning has started in earnest. Date. Why that particular date? It has purpose. December brings back memories of their first winter room dates, and Zoey's favorite number is 15. This is going to be an event, so let's break down the wedding dates. Zoey and Logan's postpartum lives settled into a happy rhythm. Luna was a fantasy, cooing at her parents' voices while sleeping through the night. Zoey was absent from school on maternity leave. Logan managed to juggle diaper duty and online coursework. The customer's house, which is a nursery adjacent to Zoey's room, was modified. Logan staying over more. Now, openly, Bill constructed a bespoke changing table. Tiny garments were sewed by Jennifer. With tales of room dates, family dinners became Logan-inclusive. In January 2025, the wedding negotiations began. Zoey stated, "We want something intimate but magical," in a video about the planning. The date is December 15, 2025, and the location is the Houston Arboretum, a private space in Houston that is picturesque and easily accessible with holiday lights flashing. 100 guests, including close friends, family, and a small couple like Dr. Prem, are on the guest list. Fans are chosen by a lottery, not a single TLC camera. Now is their time. The gown. Zoey collaborated with a designer that specialized in bridal gowns for little people. An ivory lace gown with a flowing A-line. Luna's birthstone on an empire waist for comfort. Logan's suit. A timeless black tux tailored to his muscular physique. 1-year-old Luna will be the flower girl, wearing a mini dress that matches the mom's personal vows. Zoey swears she will always love you, no matter what. Logan promises to constantly encourage you. The cake, vanilla, chocolate, 5 tiers, and includes a figurine of a tall groom and a small bride carrying a baby on top. However, there was drama throughout the planning process. Financial issues. Logan's family made a contribution, but the majority was paid for by the clients. Public pressure and concerns over venue weather. Cold feet or prenuptial rumors. The insiders suppress them. They're sturdy. Their glue is Luna. On December 14th, they had a rehearsal dinner at the Klein residence and celebrated their covert origins. 4:00 p.m. ceremony scheduled. Sunset bows. Speeches, dancing, reception, and the first dance to. By Ed Sheeran, great. Approachable, romantic, a cruise, and a honeymoon. The chamber dates were so charming and cunning that they were legendary. Seeing Zoey get pregnant, then becoming a mother, and organizing this wedding. It's motivating. Logan's father is ingrained in his DNA. Luna resembles him exactly. Big bro, December 15th is going to be amazing. Logan showed himself, especially during the pregnancy, despite my thorough screening. Zoey is radiant. Luna is quite cute. It will be a family-oriented wedding, not a drama. As December 2025 draws near, anticipation grows. Zoey, aged 17, gracefully juggles being a mother and getting ready for her wedding. It was in October that Luna took her first steps. Full circle, right in Zoey's former room. Logan saves money for their future house while working as a junior designer. Declines are reflected. It's a blessing, from secret dates to this, Bill says. Under sparkling lights, Zoey rides Bill down the aisle on his arm on December 15th. Logan was crying while he waited. They say, "I do," concluding their trip. From Jennifer's lap, Luna gives a clap. This is more than simply a wedding. This marks the conclusion of Secrets and the beginning of a family. What a tale, huh? From their secret room dates to Zoey Klein's pregnancy with Logan's child, to her pregnancy with Luna, and finally to their wedding on December 15, 2025. It's evidence that love triumphs. Additional updates. Zoey Klein and her partner are shocked by their new appearance. Now see her. Zoey Klein also did not succeed in school. What took place? Additionally, Zoey Klein's remarkable talent dazzles viewers. And Zoey causes Bill Klein to become emotional. I'll tell you all about it. Zoey Klein, star of The Little Couple, has grown up. A lot since she made her TLC debut years ago. Jen Arnold recently disclosed that her daughter's style has completely changed. What is the most recent, then? Zoey has achieved a lot in the years after her parents, Bill and Jennifer Arnold, adopted her from India. When Zoey reaches the legal puberty age in 2024, we move forward in time. Soon, Jen and Bill will have 2 teenagers living with them. In the same vein as her brother, Will Klein. Although Jen Arnold has ceased, she continues to update her admirers by sharing new episodes of the little pair on social media. Her fans love following Zoey's artistic, equestrian, and other pursuits as she begins to develop her own personality. Jen Arnold, who has many fans of the young couple, recently provided an update on Zoey. According to Jen, Zoey performed poorly on an academic test. This is unique because it wasn't an intellectual test, which is what one would anticipate from a classroom environment. It seems that Zoey Klein failed the school's vision test. This implied that Zoey will likely need to start wearing glasses constantly, much like her mother. It wasn't really clear yet. However, Jen was ecstatic at the possibility of having a daughter, and she would soon be sporting the same accessories. Jen Arnold has provided a definitive answer to the query of whether Zoey Klein will need to join her mother in the Eyeglasses Club in an update. Fans of the young couple were shown a little video of Zoey donning eyewear by Jennifer Arnold. She stuck her tongue out while trying on different glasses in front of the mirror. When her daughter put on glasses, Jen appeared to have a happy parenting moment. Like her mother, she added the hashtag to the latest update. It looks like the mother and daughter will eventually share a love of fashionable eyeglasses, having to continuously adapt to. There is no denying that wearing glasses is a shift. As with everything else in life, adaptation is unavoidable. But for a long time, Jen Arnold has been a rock star who wears glasses. In this manner, Zoey may rely on someone to help her as she gets used to her new look. Additionally, she and her mother will have a partner if they ever wish to match. Zoey Klein did not succeed in school. What took place? Zoey Klein, a member of the well-known Little Couple, has grown up a lot in the last several years. She recently performed poorly on a significant academic test. What happened to the daughter of Bill Klein and Jen Arnold? You're missing out on a ton of family drama if you haven't been watching The Little Couple on TLC since the 2019 season finale. Bill, Will, Zoey, and Jen left Florida and moved to Boston. They have been making their mark in Beantown ever since. In addition, Zoey Clay is already 12 years old. Furthermore, when her birthday arrives in September 2024, she will truly be a teenager. Fans of the TLC Little Couple can relax knowing that she has grown up much since they first met. As any parent will tell you, a big concern is getting your kids used to a new environment, which is why we moved from Florida to New England. This means enrolling in a new school as well as forming a new social network. Fortunately, Zoey Klein wasn't the only person who needed to adjust. Will Clay, her older brother, was forced to complete the same chore. At first, they also depended on one another, but they have effectively adjusted. It would seem to be taking advantage of the snow and other luxuries in their new residences. Jen Arnold recently told us about her daughter's poor performance on an exam. Zoey Klein was lucky that the test in question wasn't of that kind, even though parents usually want their kids do well in school. Zoey didn't pass the school's vision test. Jen Arnold told her horde of viewers about the small pair. As a result, they will have to wait to find out if Zoey requires her glasses always. This is, of course, something that a lot of individuals go through as they get older. It's not always a bad thing to fail this test. Fortunately, there are benefits to the likelihood that Zoey Klein will have to wear her glasses always. According to her mother, Zoey's vision has improved and she may now join the trendy eye-wearing club. Another similarity between them is their love of sassy eyewear. Then, the concern is whether Zoey will soon adopt her mother's style and wear this fashionable accessory. Fans are amazed by Zoey Klein's extraordinary talent. Zoey Klein of the tiny pair is gifted and enjoys being creative. It appears that many people have been inspired by her efforts. Beyond only showcasing her skills, the charming Bollywood dancer excels at other things. For the intelligent 11-year-old, other interests include painting and drawing. Despite having a difficult beginning, the child's life improved once Jen Arnold and Bill Klein brought her home from India. She overcame her early anxiety about Bill and her new mom. A few years ago, she told Jin that she was excited to pursue her lifelong dream of becoming a doctor, much like her mother. 3 years ago, during Pride Month, Zoey Klein displayed her developing artistic skills. Jen Arnold teaches her kids to be tolerant of other people. Since they are all small people, it goes without saying that each member of the family is aware of what it's like to be objectified and demonized. Back then, her skills astounded those who saw her on TLC. However, over time, she significantly better. Perhaps she will become a well-known artist instead of a doctor. In 2022, her mother shared a photo of her daughter's first self-portrait online when she was 10 years old. Support for the young couple has been shown once more by fans. In the end, people could recognize her and her brilliance was evident. This week, her mother showcased her daughter's most recent project on Instagram with a photo of her puppy drawing. Many people think they saw incredible talent and the TLC viewers' remarks about the artwork sounded genuine. How amazing! Incredible talent! What a gifted woman! Fantastic work, Zoey. That was simply amazing. Zoey never stops creating new things. Look at this, please. Excellent work, Zoey. Amazing, my friend. I love your glasses. Holy cow, it is really amazing. Lexi also has a deep appreciation for art. First thing in the morning, I'll have to show her. She was amazing. The eyes are really breathtaking. Additionally, author and artist Michelle Struess praised the youthful celebrity. Zoey, it is fantastic. At some point, we have to figure out how to work together. Someone who is skilled at identifying talent has said something that seems really positive. Do you appreciate the most current artwork by Zoey Klein? When she's famous, will her work be shown at a fine art gallery? Her skill is very amazing, isn't it? Zoey causes Bill Klein to become emotional. The little couple's viewers saw Phil, the father of Will and Zoey Klein, break down in tears as he talked about the children this week. The most adorable toddlers from TLC are fondly remembered by viewers. It seems they thought so. It was almost entirely free of harmful drama, which is uncommon for character-light shows. TLC may have opted to cancel the popular show for that reason. During the coronavirus pandemic, Dill Clay raised Will and Zoey in his house. TLC viewers hoped to see the family again once the outbreak ended. However, that hasn't happened. People rely on Jill Arnold's posts a lot. Her spouse also periodically uploads images to the internet. The young couple's children are no longer young. Will is taller than his mother and quite sporty at school. He became the team's manager this past season after learning so much about leadership. They are as stunning to the TLC viewers as they are to the parents of the children. Consider what would have happened if they hadn't traveled to China and India to grow their family. Bill Klein posted a few new pictures of himself with Will and Zoey on Instagram before to the weekend. Additionally, he selected some cute photos of the children from their early years. "I hope you have a wonderful National Adoption Day," he wrote in the caption, "transformed my life in ways that words cannot adequately convey. Appreciative of every moment that Jan Arnold and I have had to raise these two. Thrilled about their future plans and adventures." Fans of the little couple responded favorably to the photos, happy to see that the kids have grown into healthy adults. Respectable adults who will undoubtedly achieve great things. Many viewers commented on the family photos that were posted on TLC. "I will never forget Zoe crying on Gotcha Day when her parents brought her home because she didn't realize they were wonderful people.